My legs are shaking. I don't know if I should open the door. Deep in the forest of western Serbia, there's an abandoned mill that locals refuse to go near. I don't know how I can look outside otherwise. They say people die here. I'm legitimately creeped out now. People go missing. And it's been happening for over 300 years. Now, this isn't some obscure village ghost story. Nearly everyone in Serbia knows this place. And their explanation is fascinating. It appears that somebody died here. Now, I don't believe in the supernatural. But every once in a while, if you look a little closer, the truth can be something far stranger, far more human. So tonight, we're getting to the bottom of it. I'm gonna spend a night in the mill. So I'm a bit concerned because the sun is pretty much set and I think I'm still half an hour away, but this is crazy. I am in like the Eastern European village of lore right now. This is very, very rustic. The story I'm about to tell you, none of it was the plan. I was supposed to be here with friends. Safety in numbers. Instead, it is just me. And a bottle of rakia, if I can open it, and a character flaw. I hope I don't die. Oh, and it's the one night that locals say people disappear. I think that I'm gonna take this road as far as I can and then get out and walk. Oh, there goes the cement. We are now on gravel. I admit my self-preservation muscles are not fully developed, but this is not my fault. It's because 48 hours ago, everything fell apart. I am so beyond sleep deprived. I normally do a ton of research for these videos, but my Serbian friends are coming to meet me now. This is gonna be a group effort. I'm gonna have them kind of guide us through. Hello!
Oh my gosh!
How's it going? Good to see you.
At least 14 people, the youngest of whom was a 6-year-old girl, died on Friday when the canopy over the entrance to Novi Sad Central Station collapsed.
Rakia, red gold rakia, everything is rakia.
That's the Serbian way.
I'm gonna die. Živeli.
What began as mourning has turned into a nationwide call for justice, with demonstrators accusing the government of corruption and negligence.
Serbia is seeing another night of clashes between anti-government protesters and security forces. It appears to show police throwing flares at protesters.
It's Kaimarka cheese because it is the best thing in the world.
This is one criminal organization which has its own army wing. Those people in uniforms.
The concern is that it's going to get bigger and possibly violent. I don't think it's safe right now, so I need to get out of Belgrade.
So the protests themselves are pretty peaceful, but the government, they hire thugs and try to make protesters look violent just so they could control the narrative. So I'll have to break your heart.
Yeah.
Since the protest is going to be at the same time, we won't be able to go with you.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to tell you that.
It's okay. Because of this, I have to go to the mill during the full moon, and the guy at the museum told me specifically not to go during the full moon. If you were to spend a night alone in Sava's mill, would you do it?
Depends on the price.
According to Google Maps, this is where the watermill is, although I do not see anything.
Whenever I see a mill, I think of Sava Savanović, actually.
Really?
No matter where I am. I wouldn't dare to go there.
No?
No way.
Like actually though?
Actually.
If it is a trail, it's not very well used. Would you go?
I would go there, but I don't know if I would spend the night.
No?
No.
Into the woods we go.
I think there is a reason, in a way, something else that's like not that unreal, but
Oh shit.
I don't think it's like an actual vampire. It's something else.
If moon is full, I will not in any way.
Oh, the garlic. Oh, I have it. Okay, good. We're vampire hunting. Don't click away. I know. He said vampire. He's standing in front of a creepy mill on a full moon. This is one of those videos where a guy waves around a spirit box and screams at a raccoon. This is not what you think it is, unless you already know this story, in which case, yes, it's exactly that. This is not the vampire you see in movies, because the real story, the one with actual historical receipts, that's creepy. The whole reason I'm standing here begins with a man being decapitated for having an erection. In the summer of 1725, Ernst Frumbolt arrived in Serbia to investigate a string of deaths. His visit would produce one of the most bizarre government documents in European history. 9 people in the village of Kiseljevo had died in 8 days. The villagers had a suspect, a man named Peter Blagojevich. Their theory was airtight, except for one detail. Peter was dead. Still, every victim told the exact same story before they died. Not "I'm sick," not "ow, breathing hurts." 9 separate people, same experience. Peter Blagojevich came to them at night, laid on top of them, and choked them. Within 24 hours, all of them were dead. Peter's widow corroborated it. According to her, Peter had appeared at their door one night, asking for his shoes. They were probably Adidas. Villagers concluded that Peter was a vampire. Frumbolt did not share their enthusiasm. He was an Austrian imperial officer, a man of the Enlightenment. His job was to calmly explain that vampires were not real. Well, that didn't happen. The villagers dug up Peter's body. Frumbolt recorded what he saw. After 10 weeks, Peter had not decomposed. Beard and nails had grown, new skin, fresh blood at the mouth. But the strangest detail, there's no smell of decay. The report mentions other wild signs that he chose to omit out of respect. The detail that he was too embarrassed to write down: corpse had a boner, 10 weeks dead, no odor, blood at the mouth, and a rock-hard... Some parts of the story are funny. The next part is not. According to several reports, Peter returned to his house and demanded food from his son. The son refused. The boy was found dead the next morning. So the terrified villagers took the first logical course of action. They pin-cushioned Peter's body with stakes. The report writes that Peter let out an audible groan. Fresh blood burst from his mouth and ears. But the part that still defies explanation: the blood wasn't coagulated. Blood normally clots within hours of death, but it flowed. After 10 weeks, in a body with no odor or signs of decay. This is, even by modern forensic standards, completely f***ing bizarre. When Frumbolt finished his report, he added a disclaimer at the end. In essence, don't fire me for this. Frumbolt was not fired, but the report he sent back to Vienna did something far stranger. It was about to set into motion one of the most bizarre chapters in European history. A chain of events that would echo across borders, oceans, even into the modern day. In the year of our good Lord, 2012, in the era of satellites and social media, a municipal council in Serbia issued an official public advisory, a real one, warning residents that a homeless vampire was stalking the community. The story made international news. Garlic sales spiked across the region, and in village after village, people began whispering the same name: Sava Savanović. And in the middle of it all was an abandoned mill deep in the forest outside the village of Zarožje. The history of that mill stretches back for centuries. You'd think by now its story would be over. But sometimes history doesn't end neatly. Sometimes the story isn't finished at all. This is not what I was imagining. It is a golf shack. A spooky wooky golf shack. Even more spooky wooky is hantavirus, which I'm very concerned about right now because there is rat shit everywhere. And you get that from inhaling the virus from infected rats. Hantavirus will kill you. As safe as I feel with that door closed, I think I might open it again just to get some circulation in here. Actually, I don't like that. I don't know what one does in a mill waiting for a vampire, but we'll entertain ourselves. One thing that's not scary about the Balkans is their hospitality. They gave me this gift basket for my night in the mill. Bananica. These are really good. Plasma, the unofficial cookie of Serbia. It's called Rakia, Serbian moonshine, if I can open it. People have left a lot of garlic here. I'm finding garlic everywhere. Two of Serbia's main food groups, rakia and burek. It's like a meat pastry. If I say it's Serbian, then there will be haters in the comments. All of the Balkans together, holding hands, made burek. They all loved each other. It tastes like hand sanitizer. It'll grow on you. I came up with this idea months ago. I'm gonna hunt for vampires in Serbia. And I never really actually considered what spending a night in the mill would actually entail. This is content. Hope I don't get hantavirus. That is a sign. It says Sava Savanović. You know what'll help with the cold? More rakia. That tastes like nail polish. He's got a bottle of rakia. He's getting wasted. That is a face that says, "Rah." It is 6:58. 12 hours to go. My microphone died, which is odd because I'm pretty certain I charged it last night. And also strange, my good headlamp. Full moon means Sava's coming. You can see it's flashing red right there. I am now down to just one headlamp, and I hope the batteries don't die. Well, now that's over. Now what? Hey kids, it's time for Van Helsing 101. How to hunt a vampire in 4 easy steps. Step 1, try to find a hawthorn steak at every store in Belgrade. Do I have a hawthorn steak? No, they do not have them anywhere. I did not get that. Step 2, buy a crucifix and holy water. While these are much more widely available, I did not purchase those either because I was also scared that the crucifix would burn me. Step 3, defend yourself with produce. I did pick that up at a village store on the way here. I feel like I've done my due diligence. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with them. Do I need to peel it first? Do I eat it? Or do I just like put it by the door? You can go here. Step 4, know your enemy. You may think you already know vampires, but forget Robert Pattinson's sparkling like a haunted drag queen, because the original version is somehow even more unhinged. But I need to confess something painful. Some friends recently told me that people don't want ADD monologues, that my videos might be too much. Maybe I should change the way I tell these stories. And you know what? Maybe they have a point. And then I remembered, it's my channel. Get off my lawn. In May of 1726, Serbian soldier Arnold Powell died in a freak hay wagon accident. Don't ask, I have no idea. Normally this would have been unremarkable, but Powell had recently been attacked by a vampire. He survived the encounter, however, because Powell was a clever man. He figured out a cure. He dug up the vampire's grave, ate dirt out of it, and then smeared his entire body with the corpse's blood, which, I might add, is f***ing insane. Well, he died on a hay wagon. When his neighbors started dropping dead too, the villagers did what villagers do best. They dug up poor Powell, butchered him with stakes, cut off his head, burnt the corpse, and then threw his ashes around the village like confetti. In the year since Frumbolt sent his report back to Vienna, Europe had collectively lost its shit. From London to Moscow, newspapers ran the story. Doctors, philosophers, and theologians began debating the existence of vampires. And that's when things derailed. In Germany, the vampire acquired a new superpower. It could shapeshift into a pig. And if its shadow touched you, you, died. To combat such wizardry, they scattered rice on the graves. The vampire was compelled to count every single grain before he could do anything else, which makes the most accurate depiction of an early vampire Count Von Count from Sesame Street. Then, things got darker. In Poland, road workers recently uncovered a mass grave. Hundreds of bodies buried with anti-vampire protections. Heads removed, stones and coins forced into mouths, sickles placed across throats so that if the body tried to rise, the blade would cut. One grave held a child, 5 to 7 years old, buried face down with a padlock under her foot. So if she tried to dig her way out, she would only dig deeper. People were so terrified of the dead that they reopened the graves of their own loved ones just to make sure they'd stay there. The Great Vampire Epidemic lasted 30 years, but the fear never really died. And somehow, that word born from those Balkan villages, vampire, became one of the most famous monsters in the world. All because a few Serbian villagers once looked into a coffin and didn't like what they saw. A century later, Bram Stoker sat at his desk in London and turned the creature into literature. But he got the country wrong. The most feared vampire doesn't live in some Transylvanian castle. He lives in Serbia, deep in the forest, in an old abandoned mill. Whoa, is that flour? Yeah, I was gonna set up my tent here, but it looks like that's flour on the ground. I assume that this mill wasn't in use anymore. It looks pretty ratchet. But that very much looks like flour. That looks like rat shit. There is rat shit everywhere here. What I'm about to do is not a good idea. I have to set up my tent over here. There are some very large spiders in here and I don't want to get bit, but I don't want to camp outside because we came here to camp in the mill. We're gonna camp in the goddamn mill. So I'm gonna take a risk. Gross mouse poop. No. Beautiful, like a glove. Yuck. We got a piece of garlic here. We're gonna put that right by my tent. I think I should stay awake at least until 3 a.m. because that is the witching hour. We're switching to red light now, not to be spooky wooky. I'm trying to conserve battery. I've set up my tent, I'm on my air mattress, I've got a bottle of rakia. We're just gonna chill and wait for old man Sava to show up, if he so wills. And if not, I'm just gonna deprive myself of sleep. All right. Well, this is fun. You could hear birds and stuff before, but now it's quite quiet. Snack time. We've got chocolates, a chicken sandwich that's been unrefrigerated for 12 hours. I keep thinking I hear things. Sounds like a pigeon being strangled. Is that a car? I'm almost halfway done with the bottle. I'm drunk. I'm gonna puke in a vampire mill. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. I'm determined to stay awake. So, to keep me awake, it's story time. Did you know that there was an actual... I can't be articulate. I need future Steve to help me here because I'm drunk. I am drunk as a skunk. Sure, I'll take it from here, drunk Steve. You absolute trash bag. We're not doing any more tangents. People want short and digestible, so we are staying in the mill. No more story time. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Guess what? It's story time. Story time. Something quite compelling. I want more bread. Did you know that there was a vampire hysteria in the United States? People were digging Papa out of the grave and jab. In 1892, the vampire panic crossed the Atlantic like a contagion. People were dropping dead in the villages of New England. It was very mysterious. And by mysterious, I mean tuberculosis. But they didn't know that yet. All they had was a story. So your neighbors are dying. What do? Well, you could wash your goddamn hands, or you could dig up grandma and rearrange all her limbs so she can't get you. Naturally, they went with that option. They dug up Nana and cut off her head and put it on backwards because they all had tuberculosis. I think it's important to repeat that this was 1892. Betty White was born closer to the American vampire hysteria than to modern day. And for one Rhode Island family, that hysteria was about to take a very disturbing turn. George Brown was an ordinary farmer. Tuberculosis took his wife first, then his eldest daughter, she was 20, and then his youngest daughter, Mercy, she was 19. George Brown had now buried his wife and 2 daughters. His only surviving child, Edwin, was now dying. The neighbors had a theory. Someone from the grave was feeding on Edwin. The cure, they said, was simple. Dig up the bodies, burn the heart, and feed the ashes to the sick. George Brown didn't believe in such things, but Edwin was fading. The doctors had nothing, and the neighbors kept pressuring. So he gave permission, and then he stayed home. On March 17, 1892, a group of men opened the Brown graves at Chestnut Hill Cemetery. The mother had decomposed normally, the older sister as well. Then they came to Mercy. She had been dead for 2 months, but a Rhode Island winter is effectively a walk-in freezer. When the coffin lid slid open, the men stepped back. Mercy looked like she was sleeping. Dr. Metcalf calmly explained what they were seeing. Cold preservation, post-mortem fluids, nothing supernatural. The villagers listened, and then they cut out Mercy's heart and liver, burned them on a rock, and mixed the ashes with water. They took the tonic to Edwin. George Brown's last surviving child drank a tea made out of his sister's cremated organs. He died 2 months later. It all seems absurd to us now. The digging up graves, the shape-shifting pigs. But to the people living through it, none of it was funny. Something was killing their neighbors, their loved ones. They had no science, no answers, just fear, and a story that seemed to explain it. Now imagine if people started showing up dead at your village mill. Not once, but for generations. Let's go for a wander. I want to explore a little bit. Let's check out the outside of the mill. In the village of Zarožje, the answer was Sava Savanović, a miller from the 1700s who, they say, still kills anyone who comes after dark. It's kind of creepy out here. Not gonna lie. He became a boogeyman of the Balkans, a name still whispered across Serbia today. Many believe he still roams the old mill. And on the night of the full moon, people die. Damn, that's bright. I think they were wrong about the vampire, but the mill itself, that might have been dangerous for a very different reason. Water mills like this stand far from the village. People come here alone, carrying goods, sometimes money. The roar of the water wheel can swallow almost any sound. If someone wanted to rob you, or worse, this would be a very convenient place to do it. It appears that somebody died here. That is a grave. Oh my God, is that a cop? It looks like a police officer died here. Yeah. And it wasn't the only one. In the woods around the mill, someone had stapled a man's face to a tree. Someone else died here. That doesn't bode well. All right, let's go. Perhaps the villagers were looking for the monster in the wrong place. Because whatever's haunting this mill might not be supernatural at all. I want to stay awake until 3. think I'm just hearing nature sounds and getting psyched up, though. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it's just animals. So I'm starting to get a very uneasy feeling. Like 10 minutes ago, I thought I heard a car, and now I'm just getting this like unsettling, like sixth sense, like alarm bells ringing. Like you know when you feel like someone's like watching you. It feels like that. I don't know, I just feel kind of vulnerable here. I just saw a moth, which is the sign that the vampire is going to come. There's no moth, but I thought I just saw a moth and I almost lost my shit. I'm genuinely hearing shit though, and it's freaking me out. I am going to act under the assumption that it's all in my head. It's not in my head. I hear these things, like I'm actually hearing them, but I'm just gonna act under the assumption that it is the river and nature in general. And because I have no evidence to I think it might have been in like a deer or something. I'm gonna look though, anyways. Noise. I don't know if my mind is playing tricks on me, but I'm hearing shit. I'm genuinely afraid right now. It sounds like there's someone outside. I don't know if I should open the door. I don't know how I can look outside otherwise. My legs are shaking. it's so bright out. I don't know if that's a basement or a lower level. I don't know if it's a good idea to go down there. I'm just gonna see if I can peek. Close. There's something about old mills, even without the vampire story. They're strange places. They're built where rivers narrow and speed up. The current turns the wheel turns the gears grind the grain, the wheel keeps turning. Okay, this isn't cute. I'm going back inside. And the whole structure creaks constantly. Even during the daytime, a watermill feels alive. I didn't see anything, but I don't like this. At night, it feels like something else entirely. I'll put this heavy-ass bag in front of the door. I don't think that would stop anyone, but it'll make some noise. There's an old symbol that shows up across cultures. The wheel. It represents cycles. That events move in patterns larger than any one person can control. When people didn't understand disease, they invented vampires. When they feared death, they imagined ways to outlive it. I'm like half expecting that door to open right now. The stories change. They come back in new forms. But the instinct behind them never disappears. I don't think I should drink any more rakia. Now these tales seem foolish, but they were an act of survival. They drew a line between safety and the dark. They gave fear a name. These fucking noises are freaking me out. We like to think we've outgrown that need. I don't think we have. Stories are how we make sense of everything. The night, the world, even ourselves. Because we don't live in reality directly. We live in the stories we tell about it. A story believed deeply enough can raise nations or burn them to the ground. It can make the living afraid to walk alone, or give them the courage to rise together. I survived. No Sava. He didn't show. He chickened out. I need to get the hell out of here. I think I'm gonna leave the garlic. It's a gift for whatever other idiot decides to spend the night. Life doesn't arrive as a story. It's a blur of moments without meaning. The art is shaping it into something that feels whole, something that makes sense. That's what the people of Zarožje did when they spoke of Sava Savanović. And in my way, that's what I'm doing here. Trying to wrestle something wild and formless into a story that might say something true. And the wheel keeps turning. The vampire isn't real. But the story is. I just heard another blast. So before there was like 6 of them in a row. Like boom, boom, boom. The last one was so heavy that it made the window rattle. So for the next episode, we were supposed to go to Iraq. And then, yeah. So pretty much every embassy has evacuated their citizens from the Middle East. I, however, am still here. The US Embassy has advised me to take a boat across the Red Sea into Egypt and to fly out of there immediately. So we're faced with two options. Either flee a war zone or follow a 3,000-year-old treasure map into the desert. What to do? I'll see you guys again in a few weeks for the next episode of My Whimsical Death Wish. We're going treasure hunting during a regional crisis. And if that sounds like a bad idea, thank you guys again so much for watching. If you want to follow along for more, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, send snacks, send help. I'm very lonely. Also, I have no idea what just happened with this channel, but thank you, seriously. Big thanks to the Museum of Paranormal in Belgrade. If you guys are ever there, check them out. And yeah, that's it. Now get out of here. I'll see you on the Nile.